Welcome students. In today's session we will be doing Geography Unit 4 third part, which is based on industries. So it refers to the activities which converts the raw materials into finished products. So what activity happens in an industry? You will get raw materials converted into products. This sector is called as the value addition sector. On the basis of the source of raw materials, industries are classified into three types: agro based industries, forest based industries and mineral based industries. So on what basis? On the basis of how they get the raw materials for those industries. So first one, we move on to agro based industries. These industries draw their raw materials from agricultural sector. So they get their raw materials from agriculture. The following part discusses the agro based industries in India. So the first one is cotton textile industry. Cotton we all know, right? So textile is a broad term which includes cotton, jute, wool, silk and synthetic fiber textiles. This sector in India is the second largest in the world. So the textile in India, it is the second largest. Traditional sectors like handloom, that is made by hand, handicrafts and small power loom units are the biggest source of employment for millions of people in rural and semi-urban areas. So we know that when we go to the outskirts, we see a lot of people doing handwork, right? So that is a major source of employment for so many people who live in the rural and semi-urban areas. Currently, India is the third largest producer of cotton and has the largest loom arc and ring spindles in the world. So you know what are ring spindles. If you have seen people weaving cotton, then you will know that they sit and they weave their thread on spindles. At present, cotton textile industry is the largest organized modern industry of India. So we know that we are into the modern world where we have organized modern industries. So the next, higher concentration of textile mills in and around Mumbai makes it as the Manchester of India. So if we go to Mumbai, we can see textile mills are huge in number. So we call Mumbai as the Manchester of India. Presence of black cotton soil in Maharashtra, humid climate, presence of Mumbai port, availability of hydropower, good market and well developed transport facility favor the cotton textile industries in Mumbai. So why does Mumbai have so much of textile industry? There is soil, the black cotton soil, then the humid climate that they have. There is a port in Mumbai and they have availability of hydropower, that is electricity. They have good markets to sell their products and good transport facility. The major cotton textile industries are concentrated in the states of Maharashtra, Gujarat, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Coimbatore is the most important center in Tamil Nadu with 200 mills out of its 435 and is called the Manchester of South India. So Mumbai is the Manchester of India, whereas Coimbatore, which has got 200 cotton mills, is called as the Manchester of South India. Erode, Tirupur, Karur, Chennai, Tirunelveli, Madurai, Thuthukudi, Salem and Virudhunagar are the major cotton textile centers in the state. So these are the other states where we find cotton textile industry. Jute, you know, nar, okay, that is. Jute is a low priced fiber used mainly for making package materials like gunny bags, sakapai. Today jute is blended with cotton and wool to produce textile. So generally now what happened is jute is mixed with cotton and wool to get textiles. This is the second important textile industry in India after cotton textile. Jute is the golden fiber which meets all the standards of goods packing with its natural, renewable, biodegradable and eco-friendly products. So jute is a golden fiber because it is found naturally, it is renewable, you can use it again, and biodegradable. So, you can it can be degraded and used, and eco-friendly. So, it does not harm the environment. The first jute mill in India was established at Rishra near Kolkata in 1854 by the Englishman George Acklehunt. India tops in the production of raw jute and jute goods, and second in the export of jute goods next to Bangladesh. So, India is producing lot of raw jute, and it is after Bangladesh, it is a good place where they export lot of jute goods. Jute production includes gunny bags, just now I told you, sakupayi, canvas, that is the sheet, covering sheet, pack sheets, jute web, carpets, cordage, hazens and twines. Now, jute is also being used in plastic furniture and insulation bleached fibers to blend with wool. So, bleach is the coloring that they give. It is also mixed with cotton to make carpet and blankets. You know what is the difference between carpet and blanket, right? So, the major jute producing areas are in West Bengal and concentrated along the Hooghly river within the radius of 6 km of Calcutta. So, where you find the major jute producing areas, it is near the Hooghly river. Tigarg, Jharkhand, Baj, Harora and Bradeshwar are the chief centers of jute industry. Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh and Odisha are the other jute good producing areas. Silk, Pattu. India has been well known for the production of silk since the ancient times. So, we are well known for silk production from the very early times. India is the second largest producer of raw silk, next only to China. So, China produces much more silk than our country. Karnataka is the largest producer of silk. Other major producers of silk are West Bengal, Jammu Kashmir, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Assam and Tamil Nadu states. So, if you see here, Karnataka produces silk much more than Tamil Nadu. And sugar industry. Sugar can be produced from sugar cane. Sugar cane is karumbu. Sugar beets or any other crop which have sugar content. In India, sugar cane is the main source of sugar. At present, this is the second largest agro-based industry of India. So, if you see sugar, it is the second largest agro-based. Agro-based is products are got from agriculture. Based India, and India is the world's second largest producer of sugar cane after Brazil. So, sugar cane, who is the first producer? Brazil produces, second is India. Sugar industry is decentralized and located near the sugar cane growing areas as they are weight losing and bulky to transport. So, where can you find sugar industry? Sugar industries are found places where sugar cane is cultivated, so that because it is easy for them to transport. Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of sugar, producing about 50% of the country's total. Other major producers are Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Punjab, Gujarat, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh states. These states account for more than 90% of the sugar mills and sugar production. So, Uttar Pradesh is the leading state for producing sugar. Next, we move to the second category, forest based industries. Forests provide us with different types of material which are used as raw material for certain industries like paper, lac, sports goods, plywood, etc. So, first one is paper industry. Paper industry produces numerous types of papers that comes in various use such as sheet paper, paper boxes, tissues, paper bags, stationery, envelopes and printed paper products such as books, periodicals and newspapers. So, all these names I hope you know. Periodicals are magazines that you get 15 days once or monthly once. Okay. In India, the softwood is the principal raw material used for making paper. So, what do we need for making paper soft wood, especially newsprint and high class printing papers. Paper is the prerequisite for education. So, if you need to study, you need what? Paper. And literacy, and its use is an index of advancement in these two fields as well as the overall well-being of the society. So, once this develops, education, literacy, all that, it shows the index, that is a growing level of these two fields, that is education and literacy. And then the first successful effort was made in 1867 with the setting up of the Royal Bengal paper mills at Balyang near Kolkata. So, the first effort was taken in Kolkata. The raw material for paper industry includes wood pulp, bamboo, salai and sabai grasses, waste paper and bagasse. So, these are the products that you get, the raw materials that are necessary. West Bengal is the largest producer of paper in the country, followed by Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Tamil Nadu. Mineral based industries. So, mineral based industries use both metallic and non-metallic minerals. So, there are two types of minerals, metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. The major mineral based industry of the country is the iron and steel industry, which is irumbu, iron and steel industry. Okay. Iron and steel industry is called a basic metallurgic industry, as its finished product is used as raw material by host of other industries. So, iron and steel industry, why do we use this? To build some other, right. So, this is the basic material used for other industries as well. Several industries like engineering, heavy machines and machine tools, automobiles, locomotives and railway equipment industries, they need iron and steel as their primary raw material. So, if in case you want to construct an automobile like a car, what do you need? You need iron and steel. Due to this, the steel producing capacity of a country is generally taken as an indicator of its level of industrial development. So, if a country is supposed to be leading in its industrial development, they should be good producers of iron and steel. The modernization of the industry was started in 1907 with the establishment of Tata Iron and Steel Company at Sakshi, now called Jamshedpur. So, now we all have heard this Tata and Steel. So, they started at which place? Jamshedpur. At that point it was called Sakshi. Iron and steel industry of India is mainly concentrated in the states of Jharkhand, West Bengal and Odisha. So, you can find more of it in Jharkhand, West Bengal and Odisha. Proximity to the coal fields of Jharia, Rajiga, Bakora and Karanpura are the iron ore mines of Mayurbhanj, Kijnor and Brona are responsible for this. So, here if you see, they need coal fields. So, they have all these industries next to their coal fields. This area also has sufficient deposits of limestone. These are the types of rocks, dolomite, manganese and silicon, which are required for the industry. Automobile industry. Automobile, you know, car, your bus, your two wheelers. Okay. India is set to emerge not only as a large domestic market for automobile manufacturers, but also as a crucial link in the global automotive chain. It is one of the most dynamic industrial groups in India. So, we all know that we are also a part of the automobile manufacturers. The first automobile industry of India was started in 1947. The industry is the Premier Automobiles Limited, located at Karla, which is in Mumbai. It was followed by the Hindustan Motors Limited at Uttapara, which is in Kolkata in 1948. At present, India is the 7th largest producer of automobile manufacturers, which includes two-wheelers, commercial vehicles. Commercial vehicles is, commercial means money, okay. So, money. Passenger car, jeeps, scooters, motorcycles, mopeds and three-wheelers. So, these are all automobiles. Major centers are at Mumbai, Chennai, Jamshedpur, Jabalpur, Kolkata, Pune, New Delhi, Kanpur, Bengaluru, Sadara, Lucknow and Mysuru. Tata Motors, Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra and Mahindra and Hindustan Motors are the largest passenger car manufacturers of Indian companies in the country. So, we all know these names, right? Tata Motor we know, Maruti Suzuki we know, Mahindra, all these are manufacturing motors, that is vehicles which are used in our country. Presence of foreign car companies such as Mercedes Benz, Fiat, General Motors, Toyota and the recent entry of passenger car manufacturers BMW, Audi, Volkswagen and Volvo makes the Indian automobile sector a special one. So, we already have our own units, but these are foreign countries. So, why are they bringing their automobile? Because they find this as a market for them to establish. Eicher Motors, right, Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, Eicher Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, Ford Motors are the major Indian companies which manufacture commercial vehicles, that is vans, buses, all these are called as commercial vehicles. So, these are the trucks and all that comes under that. MA and MAN, iTech, Mercedes Benz, Scania and Hyundai are the foreign companies engaged in the manufacture of commercial vehicles. Now, if you see all these big buses, that private buses and all that, you can see Scania, Hyundai they are the manufacturers. Two-wheeler manufacturing is dominated by Indian companies like Hero Honda, Bajaj Auto and TVS. So, here you have all these name of the industry and their places and the establishment year and what products they are producing. Okay, so, you can just go through them as well. Then electrical and electronic industries. Heavy electrical industries manufacture equipment used for power generation. So, industries, this electrical industry, what do they manufacture? They manufacture equipments that are used for generation of power. Turbines for steam and hydro power plants, boilers for thermal power plants, generators, transformers, switch gears, etc. are the chief products of this industry. So, what do they produce in this electrical industry? They produce turbines. Turbines are those long wings, okay, that is used for power plants. They produce boilers where they can use it for thermal power. Thermal means heat. They produce generators, they produce transformers, etc. The most important company in the field of heavy electrical is Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, which is called BEL. It has its plant at Hardwar, Bhopal, Hyderabad, Jammu, Bengaluru, Jhansi and Tiruchirappalli. This industry covers a wide range of products including television sets they produce, transistor sets they produce, telephone exchanges, cellular telegram, computers and varied equipments for post and railway, defense and meteorological department. Meteorological means weather department. Bengaluru is the largest producer of electronic goods in India, hence it is called the electronic capital of India. We all know that Bengaluru is the electronic city. The other major producers of electronic goods centers are Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Kanpur, Pune, Lucknow, Jaipur and Coimbatore. These are electronic industries. Software industry, which we call as the IT. India is home to some of the finest software companies in the world. The software companies in India are reputed across the world. That means reputed means they are famous across the globe for their efficient IT and business related solutions. IT means information technology. The Indian software industry has brought about a tremendous success for the emerging economy. So, our Indian economy has raised because of software industry. Economy means money, okay. In India, software industry began in 1970 with the entry of Tata Consultancy Services, which we have heard TCS, along with L&T, Infotech, iFlex, Accenture, Cognizant, Galaxy Solutions India Private Limited and ITC Infotech are the major software industries in the country. I think most of us have heard about all these software companies. At present, there are more than 500 software companies all over India. It exports software service to nearly 95 countries in the world. So, we are able to send so much of software related concerns to 95 countries in the world. The main centers of IT parks are located in Chennai, Coimbatore, Thiruvananthapuram, Bengaluru, Mysuru, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Mumbai, Pune, Indore, Gandhinagar, Jaipur, Noida, Mohali and Srinagar. So, these are the places where much of the IT concerns or hubs are located. Major challenges of Indian industries. Industries in India face many problems. Some major problems are listed below. Shortage and fluctuation in power supply. So, to run an industry we need lots and lots of power supply, but in India we face shortage and there is fluctuation. Fluctuation is difference in the current. Non-availability of large blocks of land. So, we need huge amount of land, so in a particular place. So, that is also not available. Poor access to credit. Money is not being credited or given to them. High rate of interest for borrowed loan. So, if a person is supposed to start an industry, he takes loan and for that he has to pay a high interest rate. Non-availability of cheap laborers. So, people who come and work for the industry, they are supposed to be paid more. So, that means the cost of the product will become more. Lack of technical and occasional training for employees. So, the government does not support the industries with lots of training. Inappropriate living conditions nearby industrial estate. So, we know industrial estate in our place, if you take, it is Ambattur and all that. So, living conditions in areas next to these kind of industries is not maintained up to that level. So, these are the problems that the industries in India are facing right now. So, go through the lesson, children.